All right, guys, welcome back. So, on today's episode, we're going to look at some women who have divorced their husbands and then cry because life isn't as easy as it was when they had a man to support them, a man to take care of them, to cherish them. And as the wall cometh, the dates decreatheth.
This video is for the man I was supposed to go on a date with earlier. We kept going back and forth on where we should meet. He said he's happy to meet anywhere. I said, well, what are we gonna do? And he said, well, it depends on where you wanna meet. And then he said, this is a real chicken and egg situation going on here. I eventually said, I don't think that this is gonna work out for me. And he said, no worries, thank you for letting me know. And I said, no problem. I just want someone to tell me where to be, what time, what to wear.
I'll say this, if he asked her out on a date, guys, just grow some balls and say, hey, we're going to be here 7 o'clock. All right. And if she's late, if she's half an hour late, then you bail. I'd say if someone doesn't have the decency on a date to tell you when they're late, and I understand some things of, hey, there's a lot of traffic, I'll be 15 minutes late. Give them the heads up. But if some chick shows up, maybe after 15 minutes, no communication, bail. If she's going to disrespect your time, just let her show up like, oh, where you at? I don't see you. Oh, you didn't text me that you're going to be late. So if you're not going to respect my time, I'm not going to respect yours. But guys, if you ask the girl out, grow some balls and be like, hey, we're being here 7, deal with it.
It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I do it for myself every day. I just want a man to do it for me once. Please, please.
I got asked out in person the other day in the daylight. Alcohol was nowhere to be seen. I'm in this museum and this lad beelines towards me. I take my headphones out. I say hello. He asks me, how am I? I say, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Then he asks me where I'm from, what brings me to this museum. We get to know each other a little bit, go back and forth, and then eventually he says, are you single? I say, yeah, I am single. He's like, can I have your number? I go on then. Take his phone out of his hand, type my digits into it, give him it. He's like, okay, I'll see you later. I think, well, this is exciting. Tell all my friends. They go, you met him in the daylight and you weren't drunk? I say, yeah. Does he text me? No. Because why would he? He's gone to all of that effort to come into my space and to ask me out, only to never text me.
I've done this a couple times. Sometimes it's just to see if you still got the mojo, to be honest. Hey, this chick's cute. Let's see if I can do it. And you get the digits, you get the social media, whatever. And you're like, no, I just lost interest. I'm good. I just want to see if I could get it. And I still got it.
You might ask, what was the point of that? Fuck knows.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone.
Oh, just like every other single person does in this world. Now, listen, if the guy filed for divorce and you didn't want it, then that's unfortunate. If you filed for divorce, tough shit. You brought this upon yourself.
I don't hardly talk to him anymore.
Duh, he's an ex.
I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying?
So everyone else has logic and is telling you, duh, why'd you do this?
Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either.
Then why the fuck did you divorce him? Am I wrong? Am I the only one seeing it this way? I mean, she's crying over this guy like he was the ultimate man, the best husband. Then why did you file for divorce? What?
Either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
This woman's
My husband asked me for a divorce last night. and how it all transpired was over dinner. I had just finished making dinner and I said, okay, dinner is ready, come and get it. I got myself a bowl and I sat at the table. 5 minutes later, he got up and went over to the pot. He looked in it and then he turned to the fridge and he pulled out some ground meat and he started cooking the ground meat. And I said, is something wrong? And he looked at me and he said, that doesn't look very good. Food, can you tell me why you wouldn't like it? Because it has everything that you would like in it. And he said, it just doesn't look very good. And so at this point, I'm like, are you frustrated or something? Is it me? Is it something else? He said, honestly, I am a little frustrated with you. It all sounded like nonsense to me. I'm like, what is happening? We get in a fight. I'm like, why are you being such a douchebag? And eventually he just said, I think that we need to get a divorce.
I honestly, I got nothing to say to that. I mean, that guy's obviously going through some more shit. It's probably work and her and maybe some family things. Maybe an old acquaintance came up because, I mean, if everything's like hunky dory, us guys are content. You're cute. You know, if you keep my balls empty and my stomach full, I mean, us guys are simple. So maybe he had some grander issues and maybe he's just trying to cut you loose to, I don't know, not string you along. I really got nothing on that story without more detail. But to the other ladies who are divorcing the love of their life, you really have to examine this. Like, am I going to be better post divorce than I am during my marriage? Because I really do think that women mentally and emotionally kind of freeze once they get married. That, oh, well, if I got married at 22 and divorced at 42, well, I'm still just as hot and just as valuable and just as sexy and just as attractive as I was at 22 because I'm man that I landed. And then they get whoopsh, bitch slapped across the face with a heavy dose of reality when the wall cometh and the dates disappeareth. Because you know what? You're nothing special. Look, this lady is going to have to compete with this, which, you know what? If natural redhead, hey, I'll check that one off the bucket list. I'll throw one in her. She ain't that bad looking. This one was kind of annoying, but you know what? That's this lady's competition. Post-wall divorce, you are competing with everyone your age and younger for a very sliver of the high-value men that you desire. So, ladies, when you think you're about to file for that divorce, you better reconsider your options. Are you as good as you may think you are? Anyways, guys, if you're still watching, take care and take it easy.